going to discuss the concept and functionality of using an orientation screen. Really simply, it's just a screen that's displayed at the beginning of any live meeting or a pre-recorded lesson. In a live meeting, it gives you as an organiser a little bit of time to organise yourself, to perhaps let people in from the lobby, to make sure that you've got your PowerPoints or your browser ready to share, whichever you're doing. Of course, if they're used before learner sessions or meetings, you can reinforce appropriate behaviours. Perhaps you can tell them some equipment they'd need or materials from where you've stored them on Teams, or perhaps they need a website open, whichever instruction you need to give them before they're ready to begin. Of course, using a standardised screen across the school or perhaps a faculty screen adds professionalism and, of course, adds familiarity for learners. If they know what the orientation screen for English is, it just reminds them that they're about to start an English session. Here's a really simple example of an orientation screen that could be displayed before a live lesson began. So it's a list of things that they need, and then that reinforcement of behaviour, that in this instance the cameras should be off, and so should the mics. The list of things they need, I think, stops pupils from having to rush off and get something, and just makes sure that they're prepared with everything they need before they enter a live lesson. Again, a really simple template, telling them that they need something and reinforcing behaviours of using the raise hand icon if they want to contribute. Perhaps sessions, pre-recorded sessions or live lessons could begin with an orientation screen that tells pupils what they're going to be doing that day, perhaps outlining the learning objectives, something really simple like that, so they know where the lesson is heading. I've also seen task overviews used, so letting them know what they're going to be doing in that session, so that at the end of the lesson they can look back and check that they've done all of those things. Perhaps there's some instructions there or some things that they need to remember to do. Again, just a blank template of what a starter could look like. So if you're letting pupils in from the lobby and you want them to do something, maybe a thinking task or I don't know, some quick calculations, while you're making sure that everyone you need in your session is there and ready and waiting. Again, just some examples of templates that I found. This one you can apply to all of your slides if you're recording a lesson in PowerPoint. And then the idea of having an end screen for orientation as well. So letting them know what they should have completed in that lesson, perhaps telling them the instructions they need to do, so if they need to submit something, and it also just lets them know that either your pre-recorded lesson or your live lesson has come to an end. There are so many templates of orientation screens across Twitter, for example. The ones that I use in this particular video are from slidesmania.com. They've got a wide range of examples and different styles. You can edit them and then insert them into your own PowerPoints. You can just save them as an image as well if you wanted to perhaps have a background behind you that had the instructions on there. You can do that as well.